Here we go. It is recording. All right, I'm going to share my screen. And give me a second because, of course, it freaked out. All right, do you guys see that picture? Build community, build trust. All right.
Yes.
Good. So I want to talk about building community and building trust. And we're going to kind of dig into VIP groups and how we can help them become the center of our business and actually help fuel our business and help get us more reps and help get us more hostesses and help get us more sales. But there's some things that we need to do before that happens in order, or kind of to think about before we just kind of jump in. So I'm going to go into the next slide. I want to talk first before we do VIP groups of the most important thing you can do in your business right now. You are now a brand and you are competing against a bunch of other people who are selling similar things. So how do you get the sale or the reps over other people that are all around? And it comes down to these three words: know, like, and trust. They need to know you, they need to like you, and they need to trust you. And if you can make that happen, then you're going to see success, because not everyone is going to know the next door person who's selling, and they might not like them at all. So you're gonna, if they like you, you're gonna see something different. So everybody is different, which is so great. So let's talk about this a little bit. What does it mean to know you? It means that they need to know first that you even exist. So if you're not sharing what you're doing, they will never know what you're doing. If you're not talking to people, they're not going to know you. So this whole system is based off of people knowing you. So let's kind of talk about how we can do that. But I'm going to say for right now, the biggest thing is you have to get over your fear of letting people know what you're doing. And you have to get over the fear of talking to people. Like that, this business won't happen if you don't talk. So you need to start conversations. You need to be social. And social can be social online. It can be social in person. Of course, right now we're all social online because we can't be social in person. You need to host parties, because that's how people get to know you. If you show up live and you let them see you, in your VIP, you can host parties. You need to call people if you're a caller. I'm not a caller, but I am a voice message freak. I will voice message you all the time. And that is going to, like even people I don't know, I'll just say, hey, because I feel like it's personal. Join the conversation in other groups, join the conversation online, join the conversations in the grocery stores, text people, send out a newsletter, comment on people's posts. And it doesn't have to be about Zaya, but just let them know you, help people get to know you. People in church and gyms, and just talk to people. So our first step is knowing. The next step is getting them to like you. Now that they know you, do they like you? Now, I'm going to say this, not everybody's going to like you. And for sensitive people like me, I'm a number 1. My whole goal in life is that I want people to like me. And I'm also a number 9 on the Enneagram. And so that means I will do anything for you because I want you to like me. So that is a really hard thing when in all reality, not everybody is going to like you, and you don't want everybody to like you. You want a smaller group of people to love you and to follow you and to be dedicated to you and to be true friends, versus having everybody kind of just know you. So the next thing I wanted to say, well, that's kind of it. Not everyone's going to like you, and that's okay. It's better to have a few that love you than a lot that just think that you are okay. So our next thing is we want to go from like to love. Like we want people to like us, but we also want people to love us. So how do we get people to love us? We be ourselves and be authentic. This is where I feel like your VIP group shines, because Once people get in there and they know what you're doing, and then they start to like you, and then all of a sudden you have random people who don't even know messaging you saying, oh my gosh, I love you so much. And then if you're a number one on the Enneagram, you just feel all happy and good about yourself. Okay, Wendy has to hop off. That's fine. That's okay, Wendy. I'll record it, okay? Okay, so then the next thing, hold on, I lost my notes. Okay, the next thing is trust. And so the biggest thing to say is that people buy from people that they trust. That's huge. If you are sharing what you're doing, if you are sharing the clothes, if people like you, then they're going to ask you, like, how does that fit? And you're going to tell them, they're like, thank you, and they're going to buy from you. So you need people to know you, and that means conversations, that means messaging people, that means talking to people, it means commenting on people, it means having those conversations. You need them to like you, and that means doing live videos. It means being in your VIP group. It means being on social media so people can figure out who you are. And then with that comes the trust. And how do they begin to trust you? By being consistent, by communicating, by being compelling, and being constant. So being consistent means showing up in your VIP groups, showing up on social media, showing up for everybody, just being consistent in those actions. Communicate means that you just have to communicate who you are. It means you have to communicate the things that you love. It means you have to communicate in that way. Being compelling means being somebody who they're going to look to, like be compelled for that. And then be constant. Be constant in what you're doing and what you believe in. Okay, so that leads me to, that was our biggest thing to lead me to build community, build trust. If you can do those three things, then you're going to be able to start building your community. And within your community, you're going to build trust. And once you get that trust, people are going to trust you by hosting a party. They're going to trust you by becoming a rep. They're going to trust you by inviting their friends into your community because they like you and they trust you. So your VIP group is gold. You need to be consistent. You need to give value. You need to have some fun. You need to be you. You need to show up daily, be real and authentic. Okay, so from here, we're going to create a plan. This is a part that I want you guys to, like, if you're watching the replay, I want you to look at this and pause the video. And then since Autumn, it's you and me, girl. I don't know. I know you're out with your family, so we can talk or we can just run through this. So you let me know what you want to do.
Really, whatever you want. I'm just following Olivia around the yard right now.
Okay. That works. Then we'll kind of have a conversation. Let me get through this and then we'll kind of go back and have a conversation on it, because I'd love to know your ideas too. So what I want to say is the first thing that we're going to do is create a plan. Our VIP groups can be something that can be daunting and overwhelming if we're not prepared for it and we don't have a plan. So I want you to think about a couple things. I want you to think about what is your vision and what is your plan in your VIP group? Like I talked last week about, let me find my notes from last week, about the 4 pillars, the uplift, community, active, light, and then in that sense, and then how I want to incorporate those 4 pillars into my VIP group. So that's going to be something that is like that's what my VIP group's going to be about, plus little things like the I love, I might share recipes, you know, that kind of stuff. And then for sure, reviews on the clothes and Zaya, like that's part of that. But I want you to create a plan. So how many posts do you want to post a day? Just think about that. Do you want to post once a day? Do you want to post 2 times a day? Do you want to post 3 times a day? How many posts do you want to post a week? And then within those posts, what do you want to post about? Do you want to do like on Mondays, it's a theme. On Tuesdays, it's a theme. On Wednesdays, it's a theme. Or do you just want to kind of have some random stuff, like whatever works in your head, because it's going to look different for everybody. What do you want to post about? And then I want you to think about what your goal in the group is. Of course, it's to build community, and we want to encourage each other and uplift each other and, um, you know, be light and all of that kind of stuff. But this is also your business. This is also your business community. So you want to get sales, and you want to find hostesses, and you want to find reps. So how are you going to incorporate all of that and create a plan? So the next step that you're going to do is create a calendar. So download a blank calendar and plan out your month. What will you post each day? And then I want you to schedule it. Okay, so we are going to literally knock out a month of our posts as much as you can right at the beginning of the month. And so that's why we're doing this today, because it's May 1st. We are going to, when this call is over, I want you to schedule time, and I want you to pull out a calendar, and I want you to figure out, what is your plan for this month? What are you going to do? Some giveaways? What are you going to talk about? I mean, you can't plan out necessarily closed posts right now because we're still limited on inventory. So you're going to want to maybe schedule those like at the beginning of the week, or just kind of randomly put those ones in. But there are a lot of things that you can share that you can post. So think of it as like Monday through Sunday. Okay, what are you going to post every Monday? What are you going to post every Tuesday? What are you going to post every Wednesday? And write that down. So just grab a blank piece of paper, write down Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays. And then you're going to look at your month, and you're going to come up with content that works for those. And as you're coming up with content, throw it in your group and schedule it. You can knock this whole month out in an hour, maybe 2 hours, depending on how scatterbrained or how detailed you are. It takes me a little longer because I like graphics, but you don't have to. I mean, you could go and be like, okay, on Tuesdays, I'm going to share some recipes. Go grab, how many Tuesdays are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. There's only 4 Tuesdays. Go grab four recipes that you love and schedule them on Tuesdays at 3 o'clock. That's 4 posts already scheduled. So come up with your plan and have an idea. So here are some of my ideas. The first one is thanks to Autumn, because she's really great at this, and I need to still post this in my group. But you can also schedule this right now in your group for next month. So VIP birthday club. What?
Really fast. I scheduled that last month, like for today, for the first. I think you can schedule up to 6 months in advance.
Yes, and that's,
I think.
that is exactly what I'm saying on this. Like, look at your yearly as well. And if there's things that at the beginning of each month that you need to schedule, I never would have known that she scheduled that, but it popped up and I was like, oh, I haven't done that yet. That's on my list of things to do. That's what I'm saying. It makes you look like you know what you're doing. Even though you really don't have the time, you just planned it.
No. That is one thing, though, I feel like a lot of people think I'm available when I have scheduled posts, and I'm not necessarily available. Like, especially on work days, I'll schedule a lot of posts and I'm not available, and I feel bad. There'll be like 20 comments and I'm like, oh, I need to catch up on these.
That's fine though. Like, that's, I mean, you're posting in your group and people are commenting, and that's exactly what needs to be happening. That's why we post these. And then at the end of the night, or when you have time, you just kind of do it. But you're not, I mean, you're running a business and you're a mom. Just because you post doesn't mean you're sitting there waiting for everybody to comment, you know?
Right. I just feel like people think that I am because I schedule them. And I'm like, actually, I'm not even available. That's been scheduled for like a week.
I think it's our mental, because I do that too in my parties. I'm like, oh yeah, this is already like planned out like months in advance. Okay, so some of the ideas are VIP birthday clubs, your reviews. I would schedule that, like, and it's hard because we don't get the close at the same time all the time. But like, my goal is whenever I get the close in, like Jamie and I are gonna go live. I tell them, I said, we got new close in, we're gonna go live and do reviews. Because people really like that, and I think it's really important. I have on Monday, I'm trying to do like my favorite outfit, and so I'm finding an outfit that is on sale, or not on sale, that is in inventory, and then I'm putting that on and I'm going to go and review it on Mondays. So little things like that. You can do some shout outs to people. You could do quotes. You can do some fun games. I know that Holly's got some fun games that she's doing right now. You're going to have her new releases. You could do recipes, articles, and then also sprinkle in some about you. You guys, people want to know you. I know Holly. I love Holly. She just posted a selfie of her and her son. Like, that's perfect. Like that made me know Holly better. And that's like, I felt connected to her, and that's exactly what this is all about. So that is, I think, all I have for this. Build community, build trust. I want to brainstorm. So I'm going to pull this off. Autumn, I would love to know kind of some ideas you have too in the group, like in things that you do, if you're still on. I don't know if you're still.
Can you not see me?
No, I can't see you. Now I can.
Oh, okay. All right. I feel like actually everything that you're saying is hilarious because that's pretty much what I have been trying to line up, but just haven't found time to do. So I like this idea of sitting down and planning out the entire month. I think that's great. I mean, granted, so when I first opened up, yes, the moon. When I first opened up my group, I started like a Be Fierce Friday. And of course, that's my Zaya's name.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of goes with mine. But originally I had started it as like a, what are you doing that makes you fierce? Like, what about you? Like, I want to make it more like a brag Friday. Like, what's going on in your life? How can we praise you? How can we uplift you?
Love it.
It didn't really start out that way, but that's more what I wanted to make it, which is why I actually took a break from it because I wanted to try to find a way to come back to it. But if you can find something that goes with your name,
Mm-hmm.
I think that's good, just to promote like your brand.
Yep.
But then also, like you were saying, I mean, I feel like all of those things. I wanted to do like recipes, maybe even like some sort of fitness challenges.
Mm-hmm.
Just trying to promote a community. But I don't know that I have like a ton of ideas offhand as I'm chasing this one.
No, it's all good. I know. Whenever I have anybody in this room, I'm like, get out. I can't think. Leave me alone. So no, I love that. And I think we can even brainstorm some of those ideas I'm going to post this video in our group. And so let's brainstorm some of those ideas, even in that post, and just kind of as we come up with stuff, share things like recipes. And I love the name thing, be brave, be you. Mine is be brave, be you, and I've been thinking, how can I incorporate that in everything? Because that to me is like the biggest thing, is just being brave and stepping out into that bravery so that you can accomplish what God's called you in life and what your dreams are and what your visions are. And what does that look like? So that's something that I do. I was going to do it this month, and I ran out of time. This month has been insane. I'm going to do a push-up challenge, and it's like 100 push-ups. You have to do 100 push-ups. It's going to build from day 1 to day 30. And then anyone who finishes it is going to get entered in for like a free pair of leggings or something like that. Just to build community in that sense. I did a quarantine fitness challenge workout, and I'm giving away a shirt. That didn't go as well as I wanted, but you live and learn. Some of them will. So coming up with some of those things is going to be great. But what I want us to do, I'm not going to take too much more time on this call. I don't want you to be spending time on this call listening to me. I would rather you go and, look at the things that I posted, look at your week, and look at your month. And I want you to start planning those out. And then I want you to start scheduling things. So May is pretty much scheduled, other than like your new releases, other than going live. And you have something that is consistently posting at least once a day, maybe, up to 3 times a day, depending on how many times you want to post. So that is your homework for this week, is to get that done. And then I'm also going to come on live and give you guys, for May, I've got some challenges for us as a team and as individuals that I would love to see us hit. This is going to be a good month, and I'm really excited for it. All right, Autumn, that's it. Do you have anything else you want to throw out there?
Not that I can think of. No.
Okay.
Not off the top of my head.
Oh, good. Enjoy that beautiful weather out there.
Thank you. I'm a little jealous though that you can like go swimming
You know what's
because
funny?
it's just finally getting nice here.
I've only been swimming once. My kids swim. I'm not a big swimmer because then I have to get my hair wet.
That's so funny because I'm just one of those people where I'm like, whatever, my hair is wet and I'm just wearing it that way.
Well, normally I would, but then I have to like, I don't know. It's one of those, and it's actually kind of cold. So I like, it's hard for me to jump in, but it's getting better.
Oh,
So
yeah.
now it's to the point where I'll go in, but I'm a wuss. I would rather it be bath water. I want bath water. I don't want cold.
I don't swim in cold water. That's true. I don't swim in cold water at all.
So while my kids are in there chattering and their teeth and shaking, and my son's like, I just watch and then like I'll jump in. So this weekend,
Right.
it's been warm enough that this weekend I'll probably jump in.
That'd be nice. I feel like I would just sit on my pool floaty with like my phone working on Zaya.
Well, the problem is with my children, we tried that this weekend. Like we went in and we tried to like relax and they're all over us and splashing us and everywhere. And like, I was like, I'm done. I'm out. Like, I just want to sit in a float pool, in a floaty
Yeah.
in my pool and read a book. No, it doesn't happen. So, but it's all right because they're out there like 2 or 3 times a day and they're enjoying it. So I'm thankful.
Yeah. Good.
All right, that's it. I will talk to you soon and I'll go live and I'm going to do another little thing, but let me know how this goes once you schedule it out and if it's helpful.
Okay. Sounds good.
Bye.
All right. Bye. Sorry, baby. I'm all done.